I definitely resonate with that. I think one of the things recently I've been doing is learning, though, to befriend that part of me that is trying so hard. I'm trying so hard to be, and it's like I sometimes just kind of catch myself. I've got a whole pile of books of this ilk, and I'm watching myself. Sometimes there's kind of frantic quality to it, but I think becoming more friendly with that and going, that's okay, that's okay, that's okay. And then in being more friendly with that, then this other quality that you describe kind of just sort of seeps into the context a little bit. Not always, but it's like a kind of peacefulness with the franticness kind of is there. There's a very quiet kind of quality to that. And then, yes, sometimes I put the books down and I kind of either literally or kind of metaphorically put them down. And there is a kind of just kind of quitting quality to that, which is actually not quitting in the way we normally think of it.
When you said that, it made me think of just like an exhale, and then like a falling into this rest,
Yeah. And I think one of the things I've learned is that can coexist with suffering. So it's like,
yes.
I remember saying to a mentor some years ago, and again, I was having some challenges, saying, I feel both really shit and I feel kind of okay at the same time. I don't know how that's possible.
that 1,000% resonates with me. Like,
yeah.
And then, often when people ask me how I'm doing, I could say something like frustrated, resistant, excited, and flowing. Like, there's a weird, like, I think if we pay enough attention to whatever is going on inside of us, and, the sheer kind of the speed, not the speed, but the transient nature of so many of the things we're experiencing. If I was giving you a live feed of my mood, even during this conversation, it would be several things, that it would just be filling up different expressions the whole time. And yes, that can happen and not feel frantic.
Yeah.
And when I don't want to simplify it and say just when I'm resisting it, it can feel frantic. But when I'm desiring that to be anything other than it is, it feels far more frantic.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that goes back to surrender again. It's like, I get agitated with my agitation, and then I'm not a happy bunny, and I think that is again it's a very human thing that we do, and it's okay, it's again letting that be, coming back to being. It's just letting that be, just seeing it with as much kind of care for myself as I can, as much kind of, so even if I'm agitated and agitating my agitation, if again there's a little bit of space around that to go, and I do talk to myself these days, I go, yep, Duncan, here we are, it's okay,